What is going on YouTube? Today I will be explaining what zone priority is in Fortnite. Starting off, zone priority is the strategic value of your position in the safe zone relative to other players. It determines how easy your rotations will be, how likely you are to get storm surge damage, and how much you're going to be pressured during transitions. So you might be asking, what is zone priority? Let's start off with the three zone priority tiers. High priority. High priority is where the dead side, fewest players rotating in central zones. Why it's strong? It's the least congested, you're ahead of the rotation queue, always flexible movement into future zones, especially important for moving zones. It's essentially the dead side, the center of the zone. It is the easiest rotates, the least congestion, and the best flexibility. Medium priority, slightly inside zone, good balance, lets you tag for storm surge while offering valuable rotation paths. Low priority, congested edge of the zone, rotates are difficult, you rely on others moving first and often forced into a fight. How to use these? Early game, zones 1 to 3, rotate early, get into a medium or high priority area. You want to be ahead of congestion and in a place where you can tag for storm surge. Mid game, zones 4 to 5, maintain your positioning advantage, don't get boxed in by late rotates. If you need storm surge damage, position in medium priority spots where you can tag players stuck in low zones. Late game, zones 6 to 8 / moving zones. The dead side is crucial. Positioning here means far fewer players to deal with a much cleaner rotation. High priority here offers more control and option. Examples that reinforce this: iDrop and Mappy consistently place themselves in high drop or medium priority zones, are often around 900 above storm surge. Blurfire and Skrill stay in low priority zones a lot, often get held at backside of zone with 400 storm surge below. Cammy and Seti, pros you guys would for sure know, often rotate early into the dead sides of zones for zones 6 to 8 and have multiple options for clean rotates. Archie and Nipsey are too late almost every single rotate, constantly get farmed and stuck behind other teams. Common mistake: rotating late and sitting on the edge of zone, hoping you'll catch a lucky pull. This sets you up to be trapped, tagged, eliminated by better positioned teams. If you're playing comp Fortnite or just trying to survive longer in game, this is the simplest, consistent rule. Rotate early, avoid zone edges, aim for medium, high priority areas starting from zone 2 to 3. Would you like I will now do a deeper dive into the zone priority tiers. First, we'll start with high priority. High priority is where the dead side of the zone is, fewest players rotating in, and the central zone areas. Why is it strong? It's the least congested, you're ahead of the rotation clue, it allows flexible movement into future zones, especially important for moving zones. Less pressure from other teams. Use case: if you already have storm surge tags, rotating here means you'll likely make it deeper into the game with fewer materials and health lost. Medium priority: where the midpoint between zone edge and center. Not too dead, not too stacked. Why it's useful: enough sightlines to tag rotating players for storm surge, reasonably safe rotates, not free but manageable. Use case: best for early to mid game when you need surge tags but you don't want to be fully exposed or trapped. Low priority: where the congested edge of zone, usually the farthest side from the previous zone pool. Why it's weak: dozens of players rotating through the same narrow spaces. Teams wait on each other to a first move, forming a rotation queue. Hard to deal damage safely. If you'll fall behind the storm surge threshold. Easy to get boxed in, third parties beamed during rotations. Use case: only viable if you have no other choice or you're late from your POI and RNG gives you bad zones. A zone to zone application strategy. Zones 1 to 2. Establish surge and plan for position. Focus on early rotates from your drop spot to gain a solid position. Prioritize a medium priority position early for safe looting, tagging, and planning. Leave your POI earlier if you think you're on the edge of map and you're gonna get stuck. Zones 3 to 5. Dominate for surge and setup. Zone 3. Start identifying whether you'll need to rotate for a better spot or surge position. Zone 4. Crucial setup zone. Ideally, you already have tags and can rotate into high priority. Zone 5. Position to be one of the first teams to move into Zone 6. Good example. Eyedrop and Mappy use Zone 3 into a powerful hill. They often do this. In Zone 4, they most oftenly give them a sightline onto rotating clears for storm surge and strong positioning. Eyedrop and Mappy is one of the best examples of a team that does this. A bad example is the teams Blurfire and Skrill. They often wait too long, they often end up in congested south edge and have no opportunity to tag safely, resulting in huge disadvantages for their team. Zones 6 to 8. Moving/partial zones. Dead side or die. These are the most punishing zones if you're stuck in a low priority position. The dead side, least congested side, becomes absolutely vital. You'll waste dozens of builds, heals, and energy to rotate through the congestion. Smart teams that came in steady rotate early into the dead side, blocking off that side and guaranteeing free movement and surge control. The rotation queue explained. Here's how the queue system works. High priority teams rotate first, cleanly, no pressure. Medium teams wait for high priority teams to move and can be held if they hesitate. Low priority teams wait for everyone to move and get beamed from all angles because they move last. This is why position snowballs. If you're early, you stay early. If you're late, you're stuck fighting others just to survive. How to fix bad rotates. If you're in a bad, low priority spot, look for temporary dead zones, areas between high density clusters. Use mobility creatively. Slap splashes, hills, natural cover. Rotate earlier than others. Even a few seconds helps avoid being boxed in and cut off. Cut through medium zones diagonally if possible. Example, even if a bad spot, a team can use slap splashes to sprint through the dead side while everyone else waits. Result, free rotates. RNG and exceptions. Yes, RNG matters. Zone pulls can benefit or punish you unfairly, but positioning smartly over multiple teams will give you average out RNG. You can't control the circle, but you can control how early and intentionally you rotate. A simple game plan. If you haven't taken anything away from this video, if it's all overwhelming, follow this. Rotate early from your drop spot. Get into the zone before congestion. Get in before everyone else gets there and boxes up. Avoid hugging the edge of the circle. Move deeper into the zone. Try to be around center of the zone. It seems to be the best position in most Fortnite matches. Basically, it's medium priority. Tag rotating players from safe bases early to get storm surge out of the way. Get tags. Less issues with storm surge. Tag plan and rotation into the dead side before zones 6 and 8. Basically meaning just get in a good spot, be safe. Don't let other teams rotate in front of you. Be ahead of the rotation queue and make sure you always are in a non-pressured spot, or at least as least pressured as you can get it. I really appreciate everyone who's been watching. Thank you so much. Have a great day and see ya!